actually painting. So I started doing a lot of other artists kind of story, anywhere from 2 to 5 years, and here I was, desire, the crave came back so strong. I'm still learning how to blend, I'm still learning how to use it, but I kind of love the vibe that it gives. And I'm doing a little research online, but if you guys have any more ideas, I can understand people using it so much. Introduced to art during my preteens. I was basically going through or developing a little bit of depression as a preteen, and I started like doodling on my classwork and on my homework and just at home. And I started I'm a comic book lover still, but I definitely was even more so then. So I would like draw the superheroes, or try to. And like in the newspaper, I would go to the comic section and try to draw what I saw, what I liked. And eventually my mom paid for some art classes for me. So I took art classes from like the age of 9 up until about 16, 17 years old, basically. Yeah, so that was like how I first came to love, and my introduction to art, really. It was just me doodling, literally, from being bored and zoned out. Anyway, yeah, and then eventually through my classes I started actually painting. So I started doing like acrylic paintings on canvases, and yeah, I kept doing that until I was about 22, 23 years old, and I would do like tattoo designs, and I would sketch clothing designs because I wanted to have my own clothing line, and I still do. And I would do like art gifts as appreciation gifts for friends or teachers, or I would sketch out paintings and do artwork and give them away. All of that type of stuff. Yeah, so that's what I did. And then I stopped for about 7 years, and I finally went to school, decided what I wanted to do, and I went for visual communication. So I started learning art digitally. So that was a whole new platform for me to learn art digitally. That was very new, like with the Illustrator and the Photoshop. So yeah, I started art that way, and it got me drawing again, mostly like doing rough draft sketches so that I can move them into Adobe. If you hear barking, it's my dog Kai, so please ignore him. Hey, shh. Yeah, so that got me into it, and yeah, that was the extent of that. So I did like freelance work, like logos, business cards, posters for events, for, you know, just different things for a while, but it didn't really 100% spark me to get back into like the whole art form of it with my hands until I got on Instagram, which was like 2000 and maybe 13, 14. And it just opened up a world, especially with the women who were doing art and sketching and watercolors and all of that. And 2 particular ones just really resonated with me, and that's Tatiana Polabala. I hope I'm saying your name, love. She knows who she is. And then Deborah Cartwright. I just love their different styles, and I was reading a lot of other artists' kind of story with art, and a lot of them were vaguely new. Like they only had been doing it for like maybe anywhere from 2 to 5 years, and here I was, a person who started it when they were like 8 or 9, and they were already at these levels, and their work was so amazing. And I kept kind of beating myself up like, wow, if I never stopped at 22, 23 years old, and here I am in my 30s and I'm just getting back to it, I wonder where my style would be. I wonder where my skill would be. I just wonder what it would have done. And I didn't really pursue it because it was so cathartic for me, and I didn't want to turn it into a stressful business. I just wanted to do it when I had the time and I was free. But yeah, eventually I was like, you know what? The desire, the crave came back so strong. I finally buckled down and decided I'm going to take some of my money that I'm earning doing freelance work and start building my art supplies and start painting and see where I go. And that's what I've done. Another person I want to mention as far as like couples and people is Kenny Kinja on Instagram. Hi Kenny, if you do, may or may not even watch this video, but I loved his like couple work. He does a lot of like interracial relationships, specifically with African American women. He loves African American women, and I love his love for us and his humor and everything. And excuse me. Yeah, he was a big part of my inspiration too with couples. So yeah, I decided to go big and go hard with my return with art. And one of my weaknesses when I was doing art before was people and portions and things like that, because I mainly did like logos, clothing designs, landscaping, abstract type of work, or like more simple work like kites and a little bit of flowers and like oceans and stuff. Those were a little more easier for me, or even like homes, like painting homes, and those were easier. But like people, and I had all these crazy ideas, but executing them when it came to actually like figures in that sense was hard. But in coming back to it, I hit the ground running. I went for the Goliath. So I decided I'm only going to draw people, specifically women. And then after seeing Kenny's work and just being influenced and coming from a multicultural family, and he did a lot of interracial couples, I was just like, I'm going to create that world too that I've been exposed to since birth. So yeah, the majority of my work is all people, majority women, majority kind of portrait, semi-realism type of stuff. And I even went big with my canvases. So the biggest size I did before was like a 16 by 20. This time around, coming back to it 7 years later, I started at 16 by 20. And I've gone up to, the biggest one I've done is a 24 by 48. And yeah, I really, I really went big. I challenged myself big time. I didn't even try to start off small. I didn't even try to start off with what I was really familiar with as far as like just simple landscape paintings. I went straight for the jugular of what I was absolutely horrible at. But I'm glad I did. I challenged myself. I had great support by Tatiana, who I just adore. She knows I adore her like no other. And she is just like, I don't know, my superhero, my shero in the art world, along with Deborah Cartwright. They're just like, they're the ones that really made me want to say, what would my work and style be? And yeah, so that's where I am, you guys. It's only been maybe 9 months since I've started back after 7 years. And I thank you guys so much for following me, for liking and supporting me. I'm open to any like constructive criticism that you guys can give me, because I want to learn, I want to grow. And yeah, a little more history is I did start with acrylic paintings back in the day before I stopped. So I did go back to what I knew, and that was acrylic. So I grabbed acrylic. But in the last maybe 3 months, I've been playing around with gouache or gouache. So if I'm not pronouncing that right, please let me know in the comments below. And I've been liking it. I'm still learning how to blend. I'm still learning how to use it, but I'm loving like the textures that it's been giving me. I'm big on multi-mediums, so I use a combination of like 5 different mediums except oil. We'll get to that. But yeah, I just love like the texture of it. It's very matte. It dries so quicker than my regular acrylic, but I kind of love the vibe that it gives. I guess the way I'm painting it, because I'm still learning how to use it, it gives it an abstract vibe. So yeah, I've been using gouache, and I hope to get to learn it better more. So if you guys have any tips on that, I'm doing a little research online, but if you guys have any more tips, please share with me on how to, use gouache better. Yeah, and my Goliath as far as like art medium is the oil. Oil is so beautiful because you can blend it so well. And I love the things that it can create, so I can understand people using it so much as a mixed medium with work with certain things, especially stuff like the skin, maybe the sky, maybe the ocean. But I'm afraid of it a little bit, and that's because I just don't know how to use it. So maybe around my year mark, which would be July of this year, as a like congratulations to me, I'm gonna buy my first set of oil paints and give it a try. I mean, I went big with everything else, so I might as well just go on for the gut soul and the jugular with the paint. So yeah, that's about it. I've done a lot. I have this big pan here with a lot of paintings in it, and then I have, sorry for that noise, you guys. I have another one here with a whole lot. So these are for sale. I have some of them already posted on my Instagram, so just DM me if you want to take a look at them. I will take like installment payments if you need to through PayPal, so just let me know. And then I have a big container for my 24 by 36 and 24 by 48s. So yeah, I'm just enjoying this journey. It's still cathartic for me, but definitely in a different way because I'm not depressed like I was as a preteen, excuse me. But it just makes me feel so connected to who I feel like I really am. And as with art, be it if you are a music artist or architecture, do film, actual art, designer, you know, it shows a little bit of who you are, your perspective in life, your core values, your morals. It speaks to where you are, even emotionally, physically, mentally, psychologically. So I definitely know that a psychiatrist could look at my work and say a lot about me, and it's just interesting to see what comes out, what I want to do, what I'm drawn to. The colors that I just have been drawn to is interesting because I'm usually more I want to say moody. I usually go for semi-dark colors with kind of some rich, vibrant, not loud, but rich, vibrant, kind of royal colors is usually my color palette because I love black, gray, and dark, rich blues like cobalt blues, royal blues a lot. But I have been doing very like light, airy stuff too, and I think it comes from my spiritual side maybe, or my love for the ocean, or the part of me that's become calm and stilled and content. I guess so. Yeah, it's just interesting to see what's coming out of me, and I can tell that none of my stuff is still really feminine. But yeah, I'm just enjoying this process. I'm enjoying you guys interacting with me. Please interact with me more. I'm open to any suggestions, thoughts, feelings, vibes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, getting to meet the face behind all the artwork that you have been seeing so far. And there will be more content coming because I'm going to take advantage of this opportunity while I'm at home. And I hope you guys are safe. I hope you're enjoying this time, seeing the silver lining through all of this, seeing the glass more full than empty. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. And if you have any suggestions of any content that you guys particularly would like to see, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell up top. And I will see you soon. Bye.